Welcome back, guys. So let us talk about another match that happened, which is the Merseyside derby, Everton versus Liverpool. The score was
Hmm.
pretty as what I predicted. I know Anthony didn't flop it, but it was quite impressive how Everton managed to pull off a clean sheet against Liverpool as well. So, any open thoughts? Let us start with Ivan. Ivan, any open thoughts on the game?
Actually, for like Everton Liverpool games, actually this is a record for Everton. It's their first win at Anfield in the
Yeah.
21st century because their their last win at Anfield was in 1999.
Oh
So
wow!
this is like a big like how to say a bragging rights win. Like it's something like can shift the Everton players' mentality over Liverpool. After this, they'll be much more confidence facing Liverpool.
Wow,
So this
now
is like a big statement win, and this I think it's not a coincidence that this happened under the reign of Ancelotti.
so you really believe Ancelotti being a strong factor of them achieving this?
Yes.
And along the way, right, the first goal entered through a penalty. What do you guys think about the penalty? That
That's
was
the
a
second goal.
That was the second goal.
sorry. Oh yeah, second goal. So, what do you guys think about the penalty? Any debate?
Penalty. Yeah.
Any debate
That
on the
that one
penalty?
is that was 100% penalty.
Guys, you can
Although
check the score over there. I just ran on a defender entry and fell. That's it. I'll get a
this is
penalty.
Come on, guys.
this
No,
should be
no any opposing thoughts? Definitely lah.
Kevin, you're saying not penalty, right?
Definitely not a penalty. And because it's after he shot and it's just right
no,
after that.
you,
It
no,
wasn't he wasn't attacking. He was just in the run. And you can look at VR. I don't understand VR at times.
Yeah,
Sometimes
the
too
referee
many.
he went to see the monitor, but he didn't
Look
see the
properly.
monitor properly, and then he went back and just gave the penalty. It was like quite weird.
Before that, he just went, okay, just give the penalty.
No,
No,
Alexander knows that behind him was the player was Calvin. This one right, Calvin Lewis was there. So after Calvin Lewis shoot, this very obvious that Alexander raised his leg. After you slide, you don't need to raise up your leg again. He knows that the loose ball is going to Calvin Lewis, so he's still raising up his leg. So Calvin Lewis could trip. This is 100% on purpose. This is 100% penalty. As a defender, professional, you know who's behind you. You just simply want a trip, Alexander, and the trip this Calvin Lewis. This is bullshit. If not a penalty, this is 100% a penalty. I would say.
How about some is saying that it should have been a red card as well. Should have been a red card.
Okay, it could be red card, but it could be very harsh decision because
you can say it's a soft penalty.
because
Then.
he already shoot for you already take the first shot.
That's the thing.
If
He
you
already
take
shoot
the
the ball.
first shot, then you trip it, then it's okay. What?
He already shoot the ball. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's why no red card. That's why only penalty. If we tackle him without the first shot, that is a penalty because it's a big goal chance. Since he already shoot, then the loose is a loose ball. Maybe the referee didn't give him red card, but it is a penalty. But it should be at least a yellow card. I didn't see any cards for Alexander Arnold. It should be at least a yellow card if they haven't been booked. But the referee being soft, being so nice to Alexander Arnold, but it's a penalty. That's all.
What do you think, Anand?
When I on the penalty I would say that is a penalty lah. At least that is a penalty. I think I'll agree. I'm agreeing to Raj's statement there. Of I feel defensive wise the game, right, Liverpool was lazy. I did watch the game, and what I saw, I was actually quite surprised Liverpool didn't even manage to score one because they were pressing very hard on Everton. But Everton, I was really impressed. Everton were able to play and move the ball at that pressure that Liverpool was giving. That was not the same Everton I saw before Ancelotti. Liverpool press, all of us know, right? It's hard. You feel suffocated. But Everton's players, like especially the holding midfielders, wow, that was amazing. Yes, James Rodriguez was there feeding the ball to Richarlison, and which converted to a goal. But he wouldn't get the ball without the holding midfield able to turn and dribble the ball across the pressing attackers of Liverpool. And that was a game changer for Everton. I feel that made them beat Liverpool. And I feel Liverpool wise, they were lazy at defense. Again, I think like what we talked about, right, like previous week, it's still in terms of defense, mentally they're really scarred, I would say. Van Dijk
Because
going off, I don't know what is the big deal. Van Dijk going off, every club will have a succession plan, right? Anyhow, so Van Dijk can sign another club also. He can choose to leave another club. Are they going to behave like this? So many games it's out already.
Exactly.
So many games is out already. So what's the problem? You can't just put the blame on Van Dijk not being there. Come on, man. That's not logical. A club is not made up of one man. That's my
normally,
take at least on this.
True. Except true. Exactly. And what you say is, I very support you. But I never couldn't say that Liverpool defense when they winning a Champions League was the best. No, Liverpool as a very decent team. Their Liverpool defense was best when their attackers was at the top form, because they could punish the opponent team when they lose the ball, which make Liverpool defense are very comfortable with their at the back there, because they know they can take the marking against the opponent could be much more easier if your attack is very fast, because the opponent team have no time to rearrange their team to attack against your defense. You understand or not? So, but currently Liverpool attack very, very bad. Firmino, I don't know what Firmino doing.
Firmino is really out of form. Yeah, correct.
How about Thiago, guys? What do y'all feel about Thiago's performance?
Don't even
I like to hear from Mr. Kevin Red,
yeah,
my
correct.
my Arsenal friend.
I mean, basically everyone knew Thiago how good he was, and he was a Champions League winner at Bayern Munich. And before that, he was at Barca. He was quite good as well during that time. And yeah, we expected a lot from him when he came to Liverpool. Initially, he was good with his gameplay and all, but looking at it, he's struggling in Premier League. And this is definitely a different class of league where we can see, and it's obvious now that Premier League is very challenging for if you're coming from German League or Spanish League. You can see that.
Yeah.
And he's trying to adapt, of course. He can bring the ball, he's winning the ball, but he's also causing a lot of mistakes.
Yes,
not only this game, the previous game as well, the goal was because of him. The Leicester game, it changed everything. Because
he lost a lot of balls today. He lose position a lot sometimes.
Yeah, and basically he and now currently, I saw Wijnaldum is playing at the deep. So I expect Thiago to bring the ball more, but he couldn't bring up really much. He's trying his best, of course, but I'm saying he's not having a great time right now. And to adapt into it, he will need more time, or he needs someone right player with him.
Correct. So you feel like it's a system problem? Because there's no doubt that Thiago is a world-class player, but it is a system issue that is not suit his game style.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe Wijnaldum and also Thiago have nearly the same gameplay, because he's also bringing the ball up, and they just take turns. Usually, Fabinho is there, he will stay down most of the time, or Henderson is there, he will stay down most of the time, and Thiago can go up. But here, I think there are lack of option and all, so the creativity is quite less. But yeah, the attackers, like what I said, they could just create more chance for Firmino. I'm looking at it, the top three, I can only see Mane is trying to be more aggressive and attacking compared to Salah. Yeah, he creates chances, but I can see it's a bit selfish still, and the game is not changing.
But Salah is a top scorer for Liverpool currently, but I feel like Salah, Mane is more impactful on pitch. Looks like that, but Salah always gets the goal. That's how it looks like on the score sheet. But I like to ask Anand, if you still want to continue Thiago to play, or Liverpool have to change their current formation lineups to let Thiago to control the midfield, or back to what they did before, take out Thiago.
To be frank, Thiago, I feel really odd in that game against Everton. And when I went and look at it, what is happening really, right? When Liverpool when they really press, right, when they counter and they press Everton, Thiago tends to stay a bit deep. He's not, and when he goes up, right, he's trying to play in a way to retain his position. But Liverpool, when they press high. They go all together with the high lines of defense. Only Van Dijk will stay behind and guard that area. But Thiago is having I feel he's a bit mismatch in that area. Like probably what Kevin said, he is not suited yet to the Liverpool style of play. He is a good player, but I feel in order for him to perform at his best, right, he's relying on another player to give him the pass that he gave, like the tiki taka kind of way, similar like what he had with two defensive midfielders when in Bayern and also in Barca as well, a supporting player. But in Liverpool, when they pass to him, he's expected to bring the ball and press, but that's looking very, seems like this is hard for him. Or maybe he's not suitable there yet. And like
And
I said, and like what Raj said, right? That's where it differs between also at the attacking side, like Mane and Salah also same wise. Salah is getting the ball. He's getting the ball because Salah's making all the runs. But Mane, he's not making the runs, but he's at the position and creating the chance. If you see in that game, right, most of the balls that Salah get was through Mane, cutting in, managing that press that Everton's giving them, and feeding the ball to Salah. And what Salah did, the conversion was so poor. We don't have to talk about Firmino at all.
Yeah. Firmino was the worst player,
Yeah.
no doubt. So, Ivan, what do you think about Ancelotti and James Rodriguez for against Liverpool?
Too much to handle.
Yeah, as usual, James Rodriguez showed his class in this game with that
He-
pass,
he's
because
signing lah.
that through pass, like
Yeah.
it had to be really perfect. The weight of
Perfect,
the
yep.
pass,
Mm.
the angle. So it was like a very perfect. If the pass was a bit too like overweight, it'll be too close to Alisson.
Mm.
Yes.
If it's underweight, the defender would have intercept. So that that was a really one of the best assists this season lah. Like
Yes,
underrated
correct.
assists. And before we get into Ancelotti, I just want to state that just now we were mentioning players coming from the other leagues, right? Like Bundesliga, they're struggling. So I'm not like, if you look at some of the high-profile names coming from Bundesliga this season, okay, like Werner, Havertz, and just now we mentioned Thiago. Okay, we can see they're all facing the same issue lah. Issue to struggle to settle into the Premier League. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but what do you guys think about the Portuguese League? Because if we see the players coming from there, Ruben Dias for City, Bruno Fernandes for United,
I expected that name.
and
I guess the ball Wolves.
and if you don't look at the big teams, we look at Leeds United. They bought this Rafinha guy, also from Sporting Lisbon, and he's playing like so well. He has settled down into the Leeds system under Bielsa system without much issue. So like,
Correct.
is the Portuguese league something to really look at? Like, is it like an underrated league currently? Like even Cancelo, right? Cancelo for City.
Yes, correct. But I wouldn't say it's an underrated league, but it's a decent league. People still think Portuguese leagues are decent league because EPL used to have a lot of Portuguese players, like for Chelsea, Meireles was there, Raul Meireles, and for MU, Ronaldo was there. So, but this as a team in their league, they don't have like dominating team like Real Madrid.
Yeah, they have no big teams, but
Correct.
we can't deny the talent coming from there.
No,
Like,
definitely. I think Ivan, on your point, right? That was a good point. And how I can see it, right? Like Portuguese league being influential. If you see in terms of nation, right? Each nation has their own style of play. And if you take Spain and Germans, right? Those two nations are always relying on a team style of play.
more technical.
Yes, more
based.
technical, and they rely on all 11 players on the pitch to create a system. But if you see team like Portugal, right, they really rely on the individuality of each players. Yes, and maybe that's because they have scattered good players across their clubs or elsewhere in other leagues also as well. But maybe that what I can think, maybe that could have probably cause that why this Bundesliga players are struggling to adapt. But Portuguese, where they are always facing it alone, trying to solve it alone, right? they somehow managed to get it up to speed
Maybe
faster. lah.
their game style suits the English
Yeah,
game more.
the
lah.
English game
Maybe
more.
Yeah, correct.
because
Direct,
Ruben Dias has totally transformed City's defense, and
Correct.
Bruno Fernandes on the other side of the
Yep.
field really transformed United's attack. So it's like we really need to look on this league more, lah.
Okay,
The scouting in this league.
correct. I think Porto was the best team in the Portuguese League, right?
Porto,
Currently, yeah, but
I think Porto. And
Porto,
Porto beat Juventus last week. Don't
Yeah,
forget,
correct.
Yeah, correct.
they're leading 2-1.
Correct.
First leg.
that's the thing I want to tell now. So, team like Porto able to beat Juventus compared to Juventus squad. So, but
Who's in
maybe
Porto? Do you guys know any like high caliber names there?
I also know, and I think
Pepe.
Pepe was there. See, that's the thing. Like, we don't know who's the striker there, who's the main goal scorer there. But I think there should be more Portuguese team other than Porto. Need to perform in Champions League to get the league more attention lah. Except then other than Porto. So only Porto always the name is Porto there because there's only one team. So that's why the league looks like underrated. I think other teams should come and perform better than exactly like maybe not exactly like Porto, but at least more better performance lah for current performance.
And don't forget the GOAT manager also came from that league. Don't forget.
Yeah, correct. Mourinho.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay, speaking about GOAT managers, we shall talk more about Ancelotti now, like his impact on the league. And just now, Anand, you mentioned like you were surprised seeing how well tactically balanced Everton is, like compared to previous seasons. Like even we have seen Everton playing in these previous seasons. They have a lot of passion. They play with a lot of desire and these kind of things, but we never really see them in this way, playing in such well-drilled, tactical kind of style. Right? So this really has to like props to Ancelotti for the way he has organized this team, I feel.
Who knows that his Keane all very good defender. Keane look like Carvalho like last week against Liverpool. Keane play very well. So this all for Ancelotti effect.
I feel
so.
Ancelotti...
How good?
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead, Ivan.
So how good you guys feel Ancelotti is like? Is he like really one up there, like one of the best managers we are seeing at the moment?
To be honest,
Yeah.
I feel yes, I would agree to that also. And if you see on Ancelotti's style, he has managed Chelsea before also, and Ancelotti really focus on the midfielders, and he always tend to push the striker to convert chances. And then in Chelsea, I think during his period, he had Drogba and Anelka. Anelka was a tapper only. Every time he gets the ball, he makes sure he converts. His conversion rate was so high. But the feeding to the strikers was what he focused on. And if you see the game on Everton and Chelsea, Everton and Liverpool also as well, right? Wow, the midfielders really made really created the chances for the strikers, and then Liverpool was having a tough time actually to handle Everton, if you see. And I've never seen Everton. I don't watch a lot of Everton games, but I was actually quite happy to watch that game that day.
Yeah.
I'd like to add one point for that game. This Ancelotti play 5-3-2. You play at 5 at back because he knows that Liverpool very strong at the wing. So he compact at the wing there. This is quite a very good. This is what we want from our manager. If you know where's your opponent's strength, try to. This is the first time I think he playing 5-3-2 in the league. Before this, against City also he not playing 5-3-2. He play 4-4-2. He tried to compact the mid. So he knows what is the opponent's strength. Although he lost against City because City's players' quality that time was very different than what Everton's players' quality. But he is very flexible. He knows what's opponent's strength. He knows how. He don't care what people think. Never mind. Let's play 4-4-2. Let's play 5-3-2. He knows. He just want to get at least. He knows the strength of opponent. That shows the very good manager.
That's what you're saying. If you look at the top managers, they all have their one style of play. Like, okay, we look at Ferguson, it was the classic 4-4-2. Mourinho is the conservative 4-2-3-1.
Yeah, 4-2-3-1.
And Pep Guardiola is the 4-3-3. Like
Yeah.
Ancelotti, it won't strike in our mind like what is Ancelotti's real template,
Yeah.
right? Like he really like he's flexible to every club that he goes to, and he gets the best of what he has.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
So I didn't expect one player. Coleman still playing. No, seriously, I was surprised. I was not before.
Almost scored, Coleman almost scored one goal.
Coleman almost scored very good header. Again, it was good save. Alisson actually very good save. But I feel like what the heck? Coleman still playing. I didn't watch much Everton game, but I always saw the highlights but I didn't realize Coleman was still playing. Okay. I think he should be retiring by now. Actually.
Like
And
he's replacing Davies for time being. I think Davies is injured on the right back.
See, one more. That's a place that Andrew Gomez. He started to use Andrew Gomez after a few games. I think Andrew Gomez also playing very well.
Andre Gomez and Doucouré, they managed to team up and get their DM and CM quite good. So because they have he's having a free play now, you can see. He's moving from left wing, center, sometimes at the right. So he have a free role. And looking at it, Ancelotti made a lot of difference to the squad, to the system, and the way he's bringing the squad, again, the mentality of it. So the upbringing of players. So definitely manager is very important in a way for a team to move up.
If you see the teams that he has managed so far, obviously he has so much experience in the Italian league with Milan and Juventus. He has managed in France, he has managed Spain, Germany, and now this is his second club in England.
What happened the first club?
I think the second weakest club, I think.
Yeah. I'm just looking at
better than Everton that time.
Oh yeah, that Parma team was like also a very good classic team.
Very classic team. I think Muthu was there, I think so. Adrian Muthu. I think Adrian Muthu then go to Chelsea. I forgot that.
Yeah. Adrian Muthu, before Chelsea, he was from Parma. There were so many players from Parma also. Zanetti.
Correct.
From Parma. Del Piero. So looking at his honors, right, guys? Just look at the like, especially like Champions League.
Classic, that one classic. But don't forget.
Classic.
They will also against Liverpool.
Yeah, it's like one Champions League wasted there.
Yeah, correct.
So two Champions League with Milan and one with Real Madrid. Three Champions League. Carlo Ancelotti. If we compare like even with Ferguson 20 years plus in United, but only 2 Champions League. So I feel Ancelotti really should be mentioned up there among the elites.
Top.
For now.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, he's won the and only in Real Madrid he didn't win the La Liga. But in Bayern he won the Bundesliga. With Chelsea he won the Premier League.
The PSG league only. no need to put that. Everyone knows PSG winning every time.
Yeah, this one any manager will win lah.
Like was the fastest edit day that one. PSG league.
And who now? Pochettino. For sure he's going to win his first league.
Silver first easy lah. Bayern also same lah. No need lah put there. Easy lah.
This is really quite an impressive, and also not to forget this achievement as a Italian manager for Italy. World Cup third place, 1990.
1990,
correct.
Third place,
Italy. It's never a debate. Even he is not in the top class level of managers because he has won the Premier. He has won the Premier League once already with the club. With Chelsea. Winning Premier League is not an easy feat also because of how long or intense it gets as we move along the league, right? It really has to be consistent. So any manager able to win the Premier League, right, is has a trick in his hand in order to get it through the club. Like when we
Okay,
compare to other leagues lah.
since Anand, you told about Premier League, like the coach's impact, but okay, I would say that Pep Guardiola and Ancelotti are almost the same level of management. But why Pepe can do Pep Guardiola can do better than Ancelotti, because the players' quality is there. If if Everton could trust what City trusts on Pep to buy good players, maybe Ancelotti next season could qualify for Champions League easily.
Yeah, possible.
I think Everton should spend more and trust Ancelotti more. So at least there's one person in the EPL that have the same amount of experience could fight with this one, Pep Guardiola. Other than Mourinho lah. Mourinho, I think I have a more harder challenge, which is first place mentality. It's very, very worse. At bad as someone Kane going for MU, I think easy transfer.